This girl's gonna be doing little cellos.
Yeah, so my name is Shiloh. I'm 18 years old, started school, Team U, but I've been DJing for 2.5 years now. Very different aspects of my life, whether it's like academic or creative, but I've worked to like make it work and balance it out. Eritreans, talk more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing. It's a pleasure to have you. I don't know. It seems like you've taken an interesting route being a DJ, especially being so young, having a couple of years worth of experience already. What made you want to get into it? How'd you get started?
So I actually did it for fun at first. I didn't realize it was an actual job until someone like reached out and said, hey, like, could you DJ for me? And then I realized, oh, I can make this more of a serious hobby, because that's what it was at first, a hobby. But after learning with the City of Toronto, it was a free program. I just learned every other week. I would take the TTC like 2 hours to get there. And it's because I enjoyed it so much, it was just for fun. And then after like buying my own controller, practicing for a year, I decided, okay, I could like take the next step, having my first gig. It was with one of my mentors actually. She wanted to see me take that next step because I was really scared to. So it started off as just another hobby of mine, and then it became experience.
Sounds like that program that you went to was pretty critical.
Yeah.
How did that impact you? What did you take?
The one thing I would say, especially being so far, I obviously didn't drive then, I was 15 years. Yes, it was for fun, so I enjoyed that, but I think from the beginning I knew something could stem from that. So it was up to me to show up, be there, and DJing is like 90% just practice. You could learn about it for so long, but if you're not actually doing it, there's only someone who can and learn and improve. So I would say showing up and being there is like the biggest part of that.
And since you mentioned a mentor, is that someone that you found in the program as well?
Honestly, I've taken a few mentors in my life. That's a goal of mine, to seek a mentor in any area of my life. So with DJing, I had a few. I would say in the aspect of wellness and self-care, it was kind of figuring out who I am, what I like. She was a mentor in that. And then I had a DJ mentor where he taught me everything, from the basics to understanding the softwares. And then I have other mentors, which is more about putting myself out there, imposter syndrome and all that. So that's something I struggled with more. I have many different mentors in many different areas of my life, but that's the only reason why I'm here.
Most people struggle with finding one mentor.
Yeah.
You just told us that you had 2 or 3. How did you know that you needed one? How do you go about finding a mentor? And how has that impacted your success?
At the beginning, I wouldn't say I had a mentor. I would say that that's my friend or it's someone I'm learning from. And then I realized those are the people and the moments I learned the most. And so I just always made an effort to meet the people that know more than me. How else am I really going to learn? Like, I could go on YouTube, search things up, but getting the personal experience from another person has taught me so much. Honestly, just talking to people is how that happens. A lot of people are actually willing to help you if you're serious about what you want to learn about. And so just reaching out has been enough so far. So yeah, I think that's how that's works. Just asking.
It's amazing. And you started when you were pretty young. So what were your parents saying?
My parents were pretty open with it. They loved the idea of teaching. My mom herself wore a lot of different hats in the creative realm. So maybe that's kind of where I got influence. And so when I started, it wasn't a far-fetched idea, but I also balanced my academics. So there was never really a problem. At the beginning, my mom would bring me to the DJ program. That was 2 hours away, we'd go together. And she loved it for me. As long as I enjoyed it, it was okay. That's all that mattered. I've made it to where I can use it as my job as well. So in their eyes, there's nothing wrong with it.
And it sounds like you actually came from an Eritrean household that was full of creatives and maybe impacted you in some way as well.
I think for sure, because I do think it's unconventional to hear that. For 10 years I did dance and then I had stopped. And then I wasn't doing anything anymore. So I think having a music background worked into DJing. That was an art in itself, and then finding this was another. So it's in our blood in a way.
Yeah, it seems like it. That's what I'm hearing. So it sounds like you found your craft pretty early, but you still decided to go to school? You want to talk a little bit more about that?
So I started acting in business, and a lot of people expected me to go for music or DJing.
Creative arts.
Yeah, creative arts, exactly. But I want more background in other things. I think business still works into what I'm doing, but I didn't want to just stick to one thing. I'm open to learning more. And so I'm in business tech management, so I feel like I can use that and get the corporate life. And then I also have DJing, so it's kind of like a balance between both. And then however I can mix them together, we'll figure that out.
Absolutely. Now it's like you're really having to balance your high-level education with your craft. How's with that, managing the two?
It's a great question, actually, because it's happening right now. I would say that earlier throughout the year, I took a step back with DJing. It was like my end of grade 12 year, my final schools, the graduation prom, then first year starts. It was a lot. And so I did take a step back, DJing, just to lock in with my academics. But now with my new schedule in university, it's much better. I have a lot more time. I have my set days for my university classes, my studying, but I'm able to download music a lot more, make mixes at home. I'm able to use my time for DJing. So if anything, it's gone better. I'm able to use my time wisely and cater to all of the different things I do.
Amazing. Talk a little bit more about how your personal household, your family had an impact on your interests in your career now.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the heritage in your community and how that is tied in.
I realized I've done like every music genre except for djing or Amharic. And that's when I'm like, okay, there's a problem here because there wasn't much of my background showing into what I was doing. That's actually how I connected with you guys. To DJ for an Eritrean event was a bigger step for me, only because like I understand the language, but not to the greatest extent, so I was scared to dabble into that. Just getting into Eritrean music was a goal of mine, but you guys gave me the space to do that, so I appreciate it. I guess you could say that first, my heritage didn't show much into my art, but I'm working to like make it more prominent.
So you're integrating it more and more into what you're doing and embracing it. That's amazing. Now, what advice would you give to other young people looking to pursue their passion?
I would say, honestly, it's not that scary. I think if you're willing to learn from people and not be intimidated by that, you're set. Because once you learn, you'll get better, you'll grow, and then the sky's the limit. In my head, at least.
Amazing. Thank you, Shiloh.
Right, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having
me. كم زقوي نبر أنا مجمر يا كنلال من تاتون علبي كم يلوف فلالي